Muy, pero que muy buenos días, mi gente, para hoy domingo 18 de enero. No nos vamos a alargar hoy porque hay mandatory payout en Tampa, nos informaron y también nos vamos a lanzar para allá hoy. Entonces, vamos rápidamente a entrar en materia, mi gente. La primera carrera se va a correr en 1 milla y un 16, es un maiden de $84,000. Y yo tengo como primer candidato en esta carrera al número 9. Copycat. Copycat es el caballo superior de la carrera. Si hubiera ido en una segunda o en una tercera de pool, fácilmente me hubiera alineado, pero a mí no me gusta caerme en una primera carrera y más que son potros, muchas veces no repiten ese evento que ellos hacen a su debut. Entonces lo tengo acompañado de este número 11, Smiren, que viene de correr en un maiden de 70,000, llegó bastante cerca, lo vi un poco corriendo entre caballos, usted lo va a ver en los replays que le tenemos. Tengo como tercer candidato este número 4, que lo voy a incluir también en mi pool de 5 abriendo. Churchill, saben que estos caballos de Woodbine en Gulfstream se están sintiendo en el aire, eso es por el nivel del mar y también por la misma tapeta que no tiene la misma profundidad. La de Woodbine es un poco más profunda. Si se fijan, los caballos de Woodbine no tiran de que ese tiempo que tiran los de Gulfstream Pal y cuando bajan a Gulfstream andan volando. Y tengo como cuarto candidato, saben que no doy cuarto candidato, sino que estoy incluyendo también en mi pool de 5 abriendo este número 2, la monta de Luis Saez, Sail Up, que es un hijo de medalla de oro, este caballo, y está trabajando excelentemente bien con la monta de Luis Saez. Si gana para nosotros, no nos va a dejar afuera porque vamos a tener incluido. Repito, mi orden de preferencia en la primera es 9, 11, 4 y incluí al 2 en mi pool de 5 y vamos rápidamente con los videos. Vamos con la carrera del número 9 que debutó en Churchill, llegando en una tercera posición a 4. Aquí lo van a ver, tenía el número 11, Copycat.
They're in the gate. And they're off. Good start, Karma Cat down inside. So
Cara
two
blanca.
core memories from mid-pack with Kentucky Bell.
Eso fue su
Uptown
debut.
Problems right at the inside. Alone Time comes in from the outside post, races up to get a forward spot. Alone Time quickly racing up indeed, is all the way up into second with a circuit to go, and Karma Cat the leader as they hit the first turn. Karma Cat in front. And Alone Time managed to get to the two-path to stalk in second. Uptown Problem settles inside third. Kentucky Bell fourth. Core Memories is down inside fifth. Karma wins in sixth. Maverick Queen racing in seventh. Copycat is eighth. Liam's Latte wide ninth. AP's Girl down inside 10th. Fires 11th. And Tiki Hut is the last of the 12 down the backstretch run. Karma Cat is the first of the 12 through a quarter in 23 and 3. So it's Karma Cat isolated out there. 4 furlongs out. Alone Time continues to stalk in second. Uptown Problems continues on with a beautiful trip so far, third, and will save ground on the far turn as well. Kentucky Bell is given a nudge from a Rat Ortiz and starts to move up now. Kentucky Bell just moved up into third. It's coming on 3 wide. Core Memories is trying to follow that move. Farther back, Copycat starts to get into it as well. Maverick Queen is buried down inside. They're off the turn. Karma Cat fully extended now. Alone Time is set down. Kentucky Bell is set down. And Core Memories comes outside. Then it's Maverick Queen and Copycat. They're inside the final eighth. Kentucky Bell comes away with the lead. Core Memories coming after Kentucky Bell. But Kentucky Bell was too good. And Kentucky Bell wins in the end. Core Memories will settle for second. Then it was either...
Vamos ahora con la carrera del número 11, Smiren, que llegó aquí en esta carrera, llevaba el número 4. Smiren, llegó bastante cerca. El número 4 era. Esos fueron su debut de ambos.
And runners away. In the middle, Resort was quick off the block, taken on for the advantage by 3 to G, and on their outside, it's Munnings trying to save that rail spot. Empress New Groove, Eternal Mandate is on heels, and a handful between horses, dropping over his Love and Grace to draw within 5 lengths of the lead. Moving out the rail, Smitten As they corner around the first turn, Eternal Mandate was hard to handle.
Algo incómodo.
Cattywampus went Munnings Talks and shuffled
Pero
back.
yo entiendo que ese yo que está jalando de más también.
Ahead of Temeraire, who settled well for Junior Alvarado.
Caballo.
Out the back early is Squander.
Eso fue Joe Bravo que lo montó ese día.
3 to G to the backstretch, leads 3 parts of a length. Eternal Mandate is second. Empress New Groove between horses along the rail. It's Resort, 3 wide, Love and Grace. A length and a half to Smitten, who's racing together with Spicy Princess. She's the gray in the middle. Out in the center, Munnings Talks, and then guided to the far outside, Temeraire. The early trailer remains Squander. They went the half in a very reasonable 49-3. They're going to sprint 3.5 furlongs from the wire, and a leader of 3 to G by half a length. Eternal Mandate is second. Ready to go is Love and Grace. Gaffleone says, all right, let's move a little bit. Up to third while 3 wide in the clear. From between horses, Empress New Groove has horse but no place to go. Resort is at the rail. Temeraire launched to the clear by Junior Alvarado. Spicy Princess is stuck in traffic. They're on their way home. Love and Grace sweeping up out wide to take on long shot 3 to G. Temeraire down the center closing ground. Spicy Princess between horses. Eighth of a mile to go. 3 to G has the lead. Love and Grace on the outside. Spicy Princess toward the rail. Spicy Princess and kicking on Lamy outside Love and Grace. Love and Grace gets the job
Ahí llegó
done.
cerca en su debut.
The
2 cuerpos y
question
3
is who in
cuartos.
the world was second. It's a three-way
Ahora vamos
movement.
a ver a Chirin en Woodbine. Llevaba el número 1.
2-year-old fillies in the gate. All in and locked up. Often racing, awkwardly out was Fancy Pearls. A good beginning for in the centre. Lady on a Mission got out in front. A good beginning too for Mighty Tanner and Elusive Yopon. And over on the inside with room is Money Heist. As they settle down, it's She Reigns coming off the inside, just parked behind the main 4. And over on the outside, Whiskey Over Wine improving. And last is Fancy Pearls, showing the way. Lady on a Mission, 3/4 now, a length to Elusive Yopon. 1 away third, Money Heist from Mighty Tanner. She Reigns back to the inside, the outer Whiskey Over Wine. And 2 lengths away last, Fancy Pearls. 3.5 left to run and kicking on in front.
Ese caballo tiene algo de velocidad, se puede ir al frente con la monta de
Elusive Yopon getting closer again. And then third, Baltic on the inside, Money Heist. Mighty Tanner finishing about 2 to Whiskey Over Wine. And She Reigns under pressure is second last, a long last, Fancy Pearls. And this leader's holding them. Lady on a Mission. Turning inside the quarter. Lady on a Mission getting away from Elusive Yopon and shows the way down the stretch by 2.5 lengths. In third, Mighty Tanner, Money Heist the inside, then Whiskey Over Wine trying to make a run. Elusive Yopon trying desperately, but Lady on a Mission has shown no signs of stopping. And Lady on a Mission in front of Whiskey Over Wine coming with a flinging run down the center of the track. Lady on a Mission coming down to win. Lady on a Mission, what a great price too. And Lady on a Mission, big winner.
Recuerden, en la primera mi orden de preferencia es 9, 11, 4 y voy a incluir el 12 en mi pool de 5. Aquí llegamos al segundo evento que se va a correr en 1 milla y 70 yardas. Eso es un maiden de 12.500 y me voy en línea con la superior de la carrera. Esta número 7, Starchy Aspen. Entiendo que a esta le llegó el día ya. En su última carrera tenía un paro de 7 meses y algo sin correr y creo que a esta le llegó el día. Ha estado corriendo con grupos superiores. Ella debutó por 50, luego corrió por 56, luego por 50 de nuevo. Y cuando vino a su reaparición la trajeron por 17.500 y luego de eso trabajó 50 cómodo con el mismo Javier Castellano. Y su pasada actuación usted la va a ver porque usted sigue este canal y le da like a este video. Tengo como segundo candidato al número 6, la Siever, que entiendo que en este grupo está bastante cerca, está al caer. Ella es de 12.500, ha sido favorita varias veces. La tengo como segundo candidato. Entiendo de que José Javier Castellano decidió por el 7, por eso no la monta. La tengo como segunda opción, está descargando 5 libras y tengo como tercero el número 2 que monta Ira Ortiz, Game Changer, que también entiendo de que esta es de este lote. Habitualmente llega bastante cerca, la tengo como en un tercer plano, pero entiendo de que este 7 debe de ganar galopando en la segunda. Vamos con los replays de estos caballos. Aquí vamos a ver a Starchy Aspen, que llevaba el número 3 en su última carrera. Eso fue por 17.500 reapareciendo con 7 meses sin participar.
They're at the post. They're off. Amelia, the big favorite, was away all right, moving up toward the inside.
Ya en enero ya presenta un trabajito cómodo de 50.
In fact, she's his ask. Amelia comes away in third. Ray in fourth is on the outside, Soufflé on fire. The gray is Starship Aspen. In between horses, Pass Failed. The early trailer is Lily's Back. And the run around the first turn, Alithia at a big price has the lead. From the outside, in fact, she's his ask is their second. Castellano trying to guard the inside spot with the gray Starship Aspen, where the favorite is on her outside, and Amelia. Back from there, it's Soufflé on fire. She's in the red colors trying to right a course. In between horses, Pass Failed, and Lily's Back is the trailer. They went the opening quarter in 23-4. They have less than 5 furlongs to run. At a big number, Yolber Torres and Alithia have the lead. In fact, She's His Ask is their second. Drafting behind them is on the inside Starship Aspen, and on the outside Amelia. They're locked up for third and fourth. Then it's a trio, Pass Failed, Soufflé on fire, and Lily's Back. They move around the forward turn. They went the half in 47-4. And now it's, in fact, She's His Ask who's on to take over the lead.
Yegua reapareció un poco pesada.
Take second from between horses. Pass Failed is now third. Alithia drops back and inconveniences Starship Aspen as Soufflé on fires on the outside. 3/4, 111
Recuerden que ese es un grupo de 17,500. Ya tenía aproximadamente unos 7 meses sin correr.
In fact, She's His Ask. Soufflé on fire down the center with Lily's Back. It's Amelia. Roused forward at 4-5. She's got it won. Arundel Farms Amelia for trainer Jorge Delgado. Start the early pick 4 on a popular note. Lily's Back is up for second. Soufflé on fire is third.
Ahora hoy entiendo que no se la gana.
Pass Failed are next.
Vamos a ver a la Siever, que era el número 4 aquí en esta carrera.
He's ready. Lil Big Money draws the outside. Lil Big Money. And the fourth. In the gate. And they're off. Good start for Dream Diamond, who heads off for the early advantage on the far outside. Lil Big Money looking to get over. Splitting horses, Le Cyber won't be far away. Starlight Luna is at the rail. Then Spirit of Jamaica, 3 wide is Giddy Up Baby. She's ahead of only one, and that's Pretty Geisha, who's last of the 7. They chase.
Un saludo para mi gente de Venezuela, República Dominicana, Panamá, de donde nos sigan. Déjanos tu comentario para nosotros saber de dónde nos siguen y mandarte tu saludito. Saludo a toda mi gente que nos apoya y que le guste esta información. Denle like al video.
25 seconds for a very slow opening quarter. They have less than 5 furlongs to negotiate. The target is Dream Diamond. She's a half length in front. Lil Big Money is racing from second. Angled to the clear is Le Cyber. In between horses, it's Starlight Luna. She's in a blue colors looking for a little racing room.
Las yeguas son malas, por eso que yo creo que él siete una línea. Miren dónde va colocada la Cyber con este pleito delante. Una carrera que la lleva liquidada aquí, pero que son malas,
3 wide, Le Cyber is third. 4 wide, Giddy Up Baby asked to go by Rojas fourth. At the rail, that's Pretty Geisha, then Starlight Luna as they reach the top of the stretch.
Se quedó ahí mismo.
3/4 and 114 flat. They're on their way home. Plenty of hopes here with Lil Big Money guarding the inside spot. Giddy Up Baby is 3 wide. Tightened up between horses is Le Cyber. They're off the
claro
turn.
que te vas a quedar
They're in the stretch
incómodo.
drive. They're an eighth of a
Te
mile
llevó lo
from
que viene
home. Giddy
nadando,
Up Baby! She just took a clear lead. Back to second is Little Big Money. Then it's back to Le Cyber down the center. Starlight Luna to the wire. Giddy Up Baby. She's in front. Giddy Up Baby to win by 4.
Vieron que llegó tercero. Vamos a ver ahora la que monta Ira Ortiz, que se llama Game Churchill. Otra también. Habitualmente corriendo en estos reclamos y haciéndolo regular, llegan cerca.
And they're off. Slow starts from Majestuosa and Lady Oak Ridge. Quick start for Ballycurran, who's headed off for the early advantage. Moving up on the far outside, it's Mithril. Tightened up for Racing Room. Game Changer Jolie. Dear Scarlet tries to hold the rail. Out the center, Majestuosa is improving after a slow break, and the trailer a long way is Lady Oak Ridge. To the far turn they go. It's Ballycurran and Horacio Caramanos in front with 5/16 remaining. From second, it's Mithril. From 3 wide, it's now Majestuosa third. Tightened up for Racing Room went Dear Scarlet. Tightened up by Vanessa's Wish. Then Game Changer Jolie as they reach the top of the stretch. They went 21-4 for the opening quarter, and they race for home. It's still Ballycurran the target. Turns in on top by 2. Mathril is second. Vanessa's Wish coming up the inside lane. Final eighth of a mile. Mathril has dead aim on Ballycurran, who tries to turn her back. Ballycurran is still in front. Mathril on the outside. Mathril gating on Ballycurran close to home, and Mathril is the winner. Ballycurran was second. Vanessa's Wish ran third. Game Changer.
Repito, en este segundo evento me voy en línea con el 7. Completo mi selección, el 6 segundo y el 3 tercero. Aquí llegamos, mi gente, al tercer evento, que se va a correr en 5 furlones o 1000 metros. Es un condicionado para ganadores de una. En esta carrera tengo como primer candidato al número 4, Lively Perspective. Lively Perspective es mi primer candidato. La monta de Carlos Martínez está descargando 7 libras. En su última carrera bajó a 8000 por primera vez y lo hizo bastante bien, llegando a 2 cuerpos y medio con el calzalla. Entiendo de que tiene que ser la primera. Esta yegua siempre había corrido con un lote superior y como son malas y una carrera condicionada, la estamos acompañando de este número 2, Perfect Change, que es la que nunca ha bajado a $8,000, pero viene reapareciendo de un largo paro. No corre desde marzo del año pasado, está trabajando excelentemente bien. Eso sí, la monta de Joel Rosario tiene opción al trufo, es superior también al lote. Y tengo como tercer candidato, y voy a incluir también al número 1, Middle. El número 1, Middle, siempre ha estado bastante cerca con estas yeguas. Ella siempre tuvo al caer con esta yegua de los Maiden de 12.500. Su última ya con la monta de Irak pudo librar el Maiden por fin, gracias a Dios. Y la estamos incluyendo porque entendemos que es de la que corre cerca y termina con alguito de fuerza al final. En el tercer evento, en el pool de 5, me voy con 1, 2 y 4. Y mi orden de preferencia es al revés, 4, 2 y 1. Vamos con los replays de esta carrera. Aquí vemos a Lively Purposely, el número 9. Lively Perspective.
And they're off. Likely
la ven, gringo, la
away
blanca.
well from her outside gate, but moving out the rail, Wicked Legacy is on to take the lead. Away third, Jayana. Speeding through at the inside, Belle of the South comes away to race in fourth. On the far outside is Stewbold. Sweet Sash shuffled toward the back of the field.
Primera vez que estaba bajando $8,000.
And Fashionable Kitty. To the far turn they go. The leader is Wicked Legacy by half a length. Likely Perspective in the clear on the outside second. Racing into third is Stewbold. At the rail, Belle of the South is now fourth. Jayana's a driven fifth. 2 back to the inside. That's Sweet Sash ahead of You Know When You Know. And Fashionable Kitty is last. Stewbold trying to move on Likely Perspective, and Likely Perspective shoves a neck in front. Stewbold to attack mode second. 22-2 for the opening quarter. The favorite has the lead, but Stewbold is hot on her heels. Off the turn in the stretch drive. Likely Perspective and Stewbold. Stewbold rising forward on the outside to take the lead. Likely Perspective has no resistance for this 6-1 winner, as it's Stewbold who kicks clear in the concluding stages to report home a 3-length winner. Likely Perspective is second.
Fue su primera vez bajando a ese reclamo. En segunda posición. Aquí vamos a ver ahora a Perfect Change, que eso fue en marzo. Hay que ponerle los videos como quiera, porque así usted toma sus propias conclusiones y usted decide qué hacer. Eso fue por 17,500. Perfect Change era el número 6. Perfect Chances.
And they're off. Good start for Perfect Chances, headed right it off for the early advantage.
Esta yegua, fíjense que tiene un poco más ligera que la otra. Fácilmente esta yegua puede correr a
Princess, the 2 at the back, Evanora, and Call Me Penny. So Perfect Chances works over to the inside and now clears all the inside traffic to lead by a length and a half. Up to the outside, it's Hockey. Toward the inside, Travel Happy. They're second and third. They've gone 5 ahead of Corona Princess. Then it's Call Me Penny, and Evanora's last. They make their way now to the final 5/16 and Perfect Chances, sharp so far with a 2.5 length lead. Travel Happy is second. On the outside, Hockey third, driven hard and not gaining. 5 ahead of the others, led by Call Me Penny. Evanora is underway while 4 wide. They're less than a quarter of a mile from home. They went 22-2 for the opening quarter. Perfect Chances has the lead by a length and a half from the back. Evanora charging very well down the center. In between Horses and Travel Happy, they're an eighth of a mile from home. Perfect Chances trying to gut it out for a 16th more. Travel Happy has other ideas. Closing into third, Evanora. Travel Happy getting up. Travel Happy wins. Second is Perfect Chances, third Evanora, fourth Call Me Penny.
Recuérdense que eso fue 17,500. Y vamos a poner ahora la de Ira, que por fin libró el Maiden en su última. Y esta carrera es para ganadores de uno. Ella llevaba el número 7, mi gente.
And they're off. Slow starts from Majestuosa and Lady Oak Ridge. Quick start for Ballycurran, who's headed off for the early advantage. Moving up on the far outside, it's Mithril. Tightened up for Racing Room, Game Changer Jolie. Dear Scarlet tries to hold the rail. Out in the center, Majestuosa is improving after a slow break, and the trailer a long way is Lady Oak Ridge. To the far turn they go, it's Ballycurran, and Horacio Caramanos in front with 5/16 remaining. From second, it's Mithril. From 3 wide, it's now Majestuosa third. Tightened up for Racing Room, went Dear Scarlet, tightened up by Vanessa's Wish. Then Game Changer Jolie as they reach the top of the stretch. They went 21-4 for the opening quarter, and they race for home. It's still Ballycurran the target. Turns in on top by 2. Mithril is second. Vanessa's Wish coming up the inside lane. Final eighth of a mile. Mithril has dead aim on Ballycurran, who tries to turn her back. Ballycurran is still in front. Mithril on the outside. Mithril gaining on Ballycurran close to home, and Mithril is the winner. Ballycurran was second. Give Vanessa's Wish ran third. Game Changer
en mi pool de 5 van las 3, en mi cuadro 1, 2 y 4, y mi orden de preferencia es 4, 2, 1. Aquí llegamos al cuarto evento, que se va a correr en 1 milla. Esto es un reclamo de 6,250, mi gente. Y en esta carrera me voy en línea con el número 7, Touch Revenge, la monta de Ira Ortiz. Este ejemplar corre en un lote sumamente superior. Cuando vino a Gulfstream vino para un optional claiming de $25,000, llegando quinto a 4 cuerpos. Con eso gana aquí galopando. Lo monta Ira Ortiz, que este ejemplar para este evento presenta 2 briseos comoditos de 50, y en diciembre también trabajó 50 el 24. Esos son puro mantenimiento, y para mí es un robo una línea este Touch Revenge. Tengo como segundo candidato a este número 1. Entiendo que es el rival de la carrera, el número 1 Blue Slide Park, que vienen de reclamarlo en su penúltima por 6,250, ganando en gran forma. Luego parece que lo brisearon para esta carrera, porque esta carrera del 4 de enero fue por 20,000, un optional claiming de 20,000, luego de reclamarla por 6,250. Entiendo de que eso fue un briseo. Lo bajan de nuevamente a su grupo y el jockey lo repite, que parece que fue el que lo galopó ese día. Eso soy yo especulando. Usted y yo no necesariamente tenemos que estar de acuerdo. Usted va a ver su replay y va a poner el que usted desee o el que a usted le gusta. Tengo como tercer candidato este número 4, Brother Brack, que viene de aguantar una golpiza de mi segundo candidato del número 1. Pero sí, lo tengo ahí como tercer candidato a opción de usted. ¿Por qué? Porque entiendo de que puedo mejorar un poco más. Este caballo tenía algunos 5 o 6 meses sin participar en esa carrera donde llegó segundo a 6 cuerpos del número 1. Y ese video usted lo va a ver aquí. Aquí usted lo va a ver porque usted sigue este canal y le da like a este video. Este caballo briseó ahora para este mes 49.3. Y entiendo de que está bastante cerca del 1. Este caballo puede seguir mejorando y puede dar la sorpresa. Pero yo personalmente me voy en línea con el número 7 en esta carrera. Vamos a ver los replays de este caballo, Touch Revenge. Eso fue un Halloween optional claiming de 25,000, mi gente. Él era el número 9 en esta carrera, miren. Un Halloween optional claiming.
Sagan Viendo was away well down toward the
caballo
inside.
Va en un grupito que puede lidiar más fácil. Llegó bastante cerca.
Dumb Money makes it a party. Dumb Money and Touch Revenge go 1-2. Bay of Bengal comes away along the rail to race in third. Sagan Viendo is 3 wide. La Chase between horses. Then it's a length and a half to the gray, Keep On Moving, who's mid-flight today. And the two at the back are Ironsides and Nemo. Running off on the top end, it's Dumb Money and Rajiv Mirage. Committed early. They've opened a 6-length lead. They're going quickly. Touch Revenge is now backed off to be second. Sagan Viendo is third. Bay of Bengal fourth. La Chase races from fifth. He's a length in front of Nemo. Keep On Moving between horses. And now the Ironsides is last of the 8. They make their way by the quarter in 23-1. At least Dumb Money does. He went a half in 46-1. These are wicked fractions for the leader. They're starting to close a bit of ground after him now with Touch Revenge and Bay of Bengal second and third. Sagan Viendo is fourth. Up to the outside, Nemo is underway. La Chase is held up for a run. Ironsides looks to follow somebody and get lucky and Keep On Moving as last as they round the far turn. Dumb Money's lead is 2.5. Sagan Viendo is in attack mode, so is Touch Revenge. On the outside, it's Nemo. At the inside, Bay of Bengal. La Chase in the middle. They're on their way home. Sagan Viendo. He's rallied forward to take the lead, an eighth of a mile out. To the attack now, Nemo charging into second and trying to get him. Sagan Viendo needs the wire, but Nemo's got him now, and Nemo is front and center in front and going away.
Y llegó quinto a 4 cuerpos en un Halloween de $25,000. Aquí vamos a ver el posible briseo del número 6, Blue Slide Park. O sea, el número 1, que aquí en esta carrera ya el número 6. Entendemos que esto pudo haber sido un briseo. La llevo a que un caballo que lo compraron por... Miren, un Start Oceanal Claiming de 20 y 12,500. Caballos que lo reclaman en 6,250, ganando fácil.
Good start for Chaplin, who heads off for the early advantage. Sent between horses is Uncle John. Out of money moves on his outside. The gray is Ninja Star. He comes away behind the speed. Karen Tan's on the far outside. Blue Slide Park just pushed out over heels. At the rail, let's fly the W. The two at the back, Long Branch Lou and Dixie Preach. In the run around the first turn, they have Uncle John as the target. He leads by a length. Out of money is second. Chaplin is third. Far outside, Karen Tan. In between horses, Ninja Star. Then the veteran campaigner and track record holder, Fly the W. He's at the inside, about 4 lengths off the pace setter. For company on his outside is Blue Slide Park, who's 2 better than Long Branch Lou, and the trailer is Dixie Preach. They head their way to the half-mile point. The opening quarter was 24-1. They have half a mile to race. Uncle John and Tyler Gaffleone still have the lead. Out of money. Still Badgers from the outside second. At the rail, it's Chaplin. In between horses, Ninja Star. Karen Tan is muscling up 3 wide. A gap of 2 more to the rail and Fly the W sequestered in traffic. Then Blue Slide Park ahead of Long Branch Lou and Dixie Preach. They're at the half mile in 47-3. They swing around the far turn. It's Uncle John trying to sneak away. He leads by a length and a half. Karen Tan second. Out of money is now third. Threading through traffic at Fly the W. Long Branch Lou far outside. They reach 3/4 in 1:11 flat, and they're on their way home. And Uncle John, he still has the lead. He's 3/16 from home and 2.5 on top. Long Branch Lou and Fly the W take their shot second and third. Ninja Star with them. Final 16th of a mile. Uncle John driven out. Uncle John clear. Uncle John in front. Uncle John will win it. He wins it with 4 lengths in hand. Second is close. Ninja Star battled back gamely inside of another game when Fly the W.
Ahora vamos a ver la reaparición del número 5 cuando perdió del 1. Que eso fue por 6,250. Números eran el 1 llevaba el 7 y el 5 que llegó segundo venía reapareciendo.
And they're off. Good start. From the inside, it's Vladislav, one of the first to break the line. Blue Slide Park won't be away too far away. Down at the rail, here's Vino Santo moving through. Vino Santo will take the early advantage in the run out of the chute. Blue Slide Park will situate himself in second on the hip of the leader, with Vladislavin in hand third. Brother Brad is now fourth. He's only 4 lengths behind, working clear of the closers, Bold Looker and Mr. Scatter. Opening quarter, 24-3, reasonable fraction, and the leader Vino Santo, but only narrowly. Blue Slide Park is in the clear while racing in second. Vladislav is in the white cap behind them third. Out in the middle is Brother Brad in fourth, 3 clear of the gray Mr. Scatter, and Bold Lookers on his inside. They go to the half-mile point. It's Blue Slide Park making a bid for the lead outside of Vino Santo. The opening half-mile picked up to 47-3. Third and driven, Brother Brad. Vladislav's in a pocket, not yet asked for his best. 3 more to Bold Looker and Mr. Scatter. Around the far turn they go. Jaramillo makes a break for it now with Blue Slide Park.
La mano
he
que
runs past the 5/16 on top by 2. Brother Brad is flat to the boards, but he's sticking with the leader second. 3 back to the rail. Vladislav has asked some questions. He's giving the wrong answers. Then to the outside, it's Mr. Scatter, and they're on their way home. Blue Slide Park looks imposing from here. He's under confident Jaramillo handling. He just booted to a 5-length lead, and it's over. Brother Brad has run a great race. He's still trying hard. He's second from the outside Mr. Scatter, but it's Blue Slide Park making 6-5 look like easy money. He's a 5-length winner. Brother Brad second, Mr. Scatter third.
Recuerden, en esta carrera me voy en línea con el 7 y completo mi selección con el 1 segundo y el 4 tercero. Aquí llegamos al quinto evento que se va a correr en 1 milla y 16 en grama. Es un claiming de $35,000 y me voy en esta carrera como primer candidato con el número 5, Meyer. Meyer es un caballo que viene de Woodbine, corriendo en Optional Claiming allá de $32,000. La monta de Ira Ortiz no necesita presentación y está trabajando excelentemente bien. Tengo como segundo candidato el 4, Mystical Man. Este caballo en estos reclamos siempre anda cerquita. Cuando pierde en estos reclamos pierde cerca. Caballo que ha corrido hasta grado y todo eso. Entendemos que es la segunda opción de esta carrera. Tengo como tercer candidato al número 7, el Congo, que es de los velocistas aquí. Entiendo que este puede ser un cantazo. La monta de Javier Castellano viene de Woodbine en Gulfstream. Tiene que desenvolverse mucho mejor en esta grama que es un poco más ligera. Y también en mi pool de 6, en mi Rainbow Six, cerrando el primer pool de 5, voy a incluir a este número 10, la monta de D.B. Egan. Este caballo también, en su última carrera, que fue el día 2 de enero, tenía como aproximadamente unos 4 meses sin participar y llegó bastante cerca por $50,000, mi gente. Este caballo también creo que luce peligroso. No soy dado hasta dar cuarto candidato, pero sí le estoy diciendo lo que estoy incluyendo en mi pool personal, porque así usted lo puede analizar. Repito, mi orden de preferencia en este quinto evento es 5, 4, 7 y yo en mi pool de 5 incluí el 10. Vamos con los videos del número 5 de esta carrera. Vamos con los videos del 5. Aquí llevaba Meyer el número 3 en este evento.
The stablemate to grandson in Bowman's Run. This field is now all in and locked up. Off they race, and one of the best away in the center is One More Brew, carving out the lead straight away from Maya. Handy is grandson, driving forward quickly as they settle into stride is Zubbo, and goes after One More Brew, and Hammerhead to third. In behind the main flight, a little worse than mid-pack Bowman's Run from Ocean Atlantique. Next to last grandson, and last Junipero Serra. Showing the way as Zubbo took over by a length to Hammerhead. Tugging is One More Brew, is trying to settle now back in third. A length to Cornwall, Meyer the inside, Bowman's Run the outer, up the rail grandson, Ocean Atlantique is second last, and the outside Junipero Serra. Working down the stretch the first time, and Zubbo the leader by a length and a quarter, Hammerhead. A similar margin, One More Brew in third, and again a similar margin, Cornwall. And back over on the inside, a little worse than mid-pack is Meyer. Bowman's Run is next, followed by Junipero Serra, grandson, and Ocean Atlantique at the back. About 9 lengths covers the field, and Zubbo in front. Trying to slow down in the lead by a length and a half to Hammerhead, and One More Brew fighting stride again up the inside. 2 away Cornwall as they take the turn from Meyer. Bowman's Run the centre, Junipero Serra 3 wide. Tucked away second last grandson, and under a hold at the back. Ocean Atlantique travelling easily is still at the tail end, but only about 6 lengths covers the entire field. Zubbo joined by Hammerhead. 1.5 to One More Brew in third. Cornwall the centre. 3 wide Junipero Serra. A length and a half to Meyer. Bowman's Run the outside. 2 to Ocean Atlantique, and last of all his grandson pushing up again. Little change as they reach the final half mile, and on the outside Hammerhead keen to go to the lead here from Zubbo, and they've gone out by 2 lengths to One More Brew. Cornwall, Junipero Serra still 3 wide. 1.5 to Meyer the inside of Bowman's Run from grandson and Ocean Atlantique. Inside the 3/8 they turn, and the leader is Zubbo again, joined by Hammerhead. 2.5 to One More Brew. On the outside Junipero Serra, Cornwall the centre. Running home now 4 wide Ocean Atlantique, and on the inside is Meyer, and then Bowman's running grandson, turning Zabo Hammerhead 2 in front from One More Brew. Wide on the track, Ocean Atlantique's well behind. Down the stretch, Zabo and Hammerhead kicked right away. And it's Zabo still in front, plucky on the inside of Hammerhead. Now Ocean Atlantique trying to get them is coming home down the outside late. Zabo and Hammerhead got a big break on them though. Zabo, what a performance. Zabo's going to win. Zabo scores by 3/4 to Hammerhead. Third in the race, out wider Ocean Atlantique from One More Brew.
Aquí vamos a ver la carrera de Mystical Man. Llegó segundo. Llevaba el número 7.
Will complete the line. Just about $2.5 million in the Rainbow 6. They're in the gate. And they're off. Sent hard from the rail, Grand David wants to be part of the pace scenario. Takayo in the middle is moving to take him on. Sky's Not Falling is on the far outside. Conquering King is toward the rail. Then back to an angled over Mythical Man. He's only 4 lengths behind, a length in front of Brigade Commander. On his outside is Sherman Fury, and 4 to the trailer, Alistair. And they run around the first turn with the rail in the lead. It's Jose Morelos and Grand David on top by 1.25 lengths. Takayo is second. Conquering King has found a nice home at the inside third for Egan, followed fourth by Sky's Not Falling. Then Mythical Man, he's in no hurry in these early stages here. Up to the outside, Sherman Fury. Brigade Commander's going to have to work between horses, and he's 2.5 better than Alistair, who's last of all. Strong opening quarter, 22-2, as they race their way to the half-mile point. It's Grand David in front. Constant pace pressure from class-dropping Takayo, who's within a next second through a 46 1/2 mile. Conquering King has yet to play his hand. On his outside is Sky's Not Falling. He commits to a 3-wide run around the far turn. Then Mythical Man and Brigade Commander. Wide and not kicking in is Sherman Fury. The trailer is Alistair. They run around the far turn. Takayo let go by Gaffleon to take the lead. Less than 1/4 mile to go. It's Takayo who wheels in on top after 3/4 in 9 4. Sky's Not Falling to the attack. Mythical Man comes off the inside. Conquering King between. 1/8 mile to go. Here's Sky's Not Falling. Now driving forward to take the lead for John Velasquez. Down the center, Mythical Man is into second. Conquering King is next. Sky's Not Falling in front. It's very close for second between Mythical Man and Conquering King. Then Brigade
Vamos a ver ahora.
In 133 flat.
Caballito este de Wolfman que fue peleando desde el saque, que se llama el Cabón. Era el número 6.
Fly the W moves up. This field about to go.
Estamos incluyendo a este porque no nos gusta jugar todos esos caballos de atrás sin el que se va a poner adelante.
Race, dipping slightly. El Cajete best into stride. Journeyman. El Cajete is there, driving through as El Cabón for the lead in the center. On the inside, 2 of the city. They're in the top 4. A length behind them is Aristotle from Ocean Atlantique, One More Brew. And out wide a Perfect Crime. And Fly the W will be last as they take the turn. Racing out in front. On the outside, El Cabong, and on the rails, Journeyman by 2.5, 2 of the city, and El Cojete. Around the outside, taking off his Perfect Crime. A length Aristotle, snugly placed on the inside of One More Brew from Fly the W. And last, Ocean Atlantique. Heavy rain into their faces up the back stretch. And the leader by about a long neck is El Cabong, taken on by Perfect Crime. Splitting them, Journeyman, 2 lengths away, El Cojete, and 2 of the city, improving nicely on the inside. A break in the field, 3 lengths away came One More Brew and Aristotle. Ocean Atlantique is running up on the inside of the stablemate Fly the W pretty well. About 9 lengths covers the field, a half-mile to run. El Cabong, Perfect Crime, a length and a half, Journeyman, 2 of the city, and El Cojete. One More Brew's catching ground. Aristotle is next to last, Fly the W, and back on the rail, Ocean Atlantique. They go inside the 3/8. El Cabong still a length in front. Moving up is Journeyman to second, followed by Perfect Crime. One More Brew, Satellite coming 3 wide. On the inside, 2 of the city.
Un excelente parcial en Wolfman. Oye,
around the outside, Ocean Atlantique
1:12.94. Esto viene siendo un 1:10 en Gulfstream.
And the leader is still El Cabong, a length in front of One More Brew and Fly the W. And down the outside,
el caballo se desinfló porque va muy rápido, pero fue 1300, 1400 que él corrió adelante. De aquí adelante lo dejan tranquilo. Entiendo que ese caballo puede ser una sorpresa. Ya saben, en el quinto evento mi orden de preferencia es 5-4-7 y estoy incluyendo el 10 en mi Rainbow 6 y en mi Pit 5 cerrando. Aquí llegamos al sexto evento, 1 milla y 70 yardas, carrera que luce un poco más difícil de lo que parece. Y tengo como primer candidato estaba casi alineándome. Eso está opción suyo, lo que usted quiera hacer en esta carrera, pero yo estaba casi alineándome en el de Irán en esta carrera. El número 3 le hablo de Annie Goodbody. Esta Annie Goodbody, entiendo de que por ese último lugar me dejó pensando. Son 2 carreras que ya he llegado en la última posición consecutivamente y por eso no estoy alineado en esta yegua. Tengo como segundo candidato a Z Train, la número 4. Viene de Woodbine. Este ejemplar entiendo de que es bastante consistente, está bastante cerca y yo también estoy incluyendo a esta en mi Rainbow 6 y también estoy incluyendo al 5, a Princess Summer. Es verdad que viene de librar el Maiden en su última carrera, pero esta siempre ha estado bailando y es la rematadora de la carrera con la monta de Tyler Gaffalion y yo no me voy a quedar fuera con esta. En esta carrera, repito, 3, 4 y 5. Las 3 van incluidas en mi Rainbow Six y vamos con los replay. Aquí Annie Goodbody, los 8.
And any Goodbody will complete this line to the far outside. Any Goodbody goes in. They're in the gate. And they're off. Good start for Starship Melody down inside. Good, better, best is showing some pace as well. And Deflection is right up on the early mix. Torino's very rank here in the early stages. Ak-Sar is just back of that one. They're being followed by Lady Cha-Cha. And the trailer is Any Goodbody, but only about 6 lengths covers this group of 7 as they corner into the first turn. So it is good, better, best, and Jose Morelos to carve out the early fractions. Deflection is racing outside in second as Starship Melody takes that third spot to the inside. She's followed by Torino. Break of another 3 lengths into Ak-Sar. Lady Cha-Cha second last, and Any Goodbody is the trailer. Up the backstretch, run they go. It's good, better, best by 3 parts of a length. Deflection's right there in second. Starship Melody is still third to the inside with Torino up on the outside fourth. Good, better, best still showing the way. The opening quarter went in 23 and 2/5 seconds. The half mile in 47 flat. It's good, better, best just on top. Deflection still second. Torino's inching closer outside of Starship Melody. They're being followed by Ak-Sar, Lady Cha-Cha, and Any Goodbody has trailed throughout. So they hit the far turn run. It's still good, better, best up top. Deflection. Here comes Torino with a 3-wide bid coming to the quarter pole. Starship Melody's under a furious drive. Lady Cha-Cha is trying to advance. Ak-Sar's going to need a way through as they reach the top of the stretch. Good, better, best. Cut the corner off the turn as a 3-length lead with a furlong left to go. Here's Torino, Lady Cha-Cha. Starship Melody's trying to weave through traffic still, but inside the final 16. Good, better, best is home free. Good, better, best won it by about 4 in the end. Starship Melody did get up for second. Lady Cha-Cha third. Torino fourth. 139-1.
Verdad que tiraron buen tiempo. Era un grupo durísimo, pero no mostró gran cosa. Aquí vamos a ver a Z Train en Woodbine. Llevaba el número 4.
Aquí es Princess Anastasia, race 1. Stand by for a start. Fillies and mares in the gate. They're locked up.
Off their race.
Back last, Princess Anastasia, and dipping to the tail now, Dazzling Cruiser. Clearing them easily, Z-Train in no hurry whatsoever. Going up from the outside, Princess Anastasia to put some pace in the race. Length and a half away third, at Just Magnificent and Ratings Upgrade. The early trailer is Dazzling Cruiser. Taking the turn out the stretch, and Princess Anastasia has assumed control and raced away. Princess Anastasia now 4 in front. Z-Train in second, 3 lengths away, Just Magnificent from Ratings Upgrade, who's the only one off the inside, and a length and a half away last. And under a tight rein, Dazzling Cruiser at the back. As they start to tighten up, first to last, only 4.5 covers the field, and Princess Anastasia about a length in front of Z-Train. 1 away third, Ratings Upgrade, Just Magnificent on the inside, and 2 away last, Dazzling Cruiser. Mixing the tempo up a little bit now is Emma Jane on Princess Anastasia. Races out in front again, almost 3 lengths. In second is Z-Train at the half mile. Ratings Upgrade third from Just Magnificent, and 2 lengths away last, Dazzling Cruiser. It was a slow half mile, 50 and 2. They raced to the 3/8, Princess Anastasia in front. Z-Train second, Ratings Upgrade pushing up in third. Hard written, Just Magnificent. Dazzling Cruiser has some run, but is last, and it's going to be hard with these fractions to come from the back. But out in front is Princess Anastasia by a length to Z-Train, and Dazzling Cruiser, who's had a ton of horse, is coming on really well. Just Magnificent laboring a bit. Down the stretch they come, and Z-Train after Princess Anastasia. Dazzling Cruiser, every chance to go on by. This has been a good run, Dazzling Cruiser, but Princess Anastasia clings on. On the inside behind them, Just Magnificent, Princess Anastasia in front, and at the 16th pole, Just Magnificent crept up to second. Princess Anastasia just out in front all the way, and is the winner of the opener from Just Magnificent Z.
Vamos a ver ahora a el número 5 que libró el Maiden aquí en Belmont con el número 5. Una yegua rematadora.
All set. And they're off. Attagirl Addie has asked for speed, and also Vietti's in the early mix, and hard sent towards the inside. Just one more. Just one more. Gets that rail position. Now puts a neck in front of Vietti, who's going to be back to second. On the far outside, here comes My Gorgeous to join them. It's going to be a touch wide, but is in third. At the rail in fourth is going to be Lady Delilah in between horses on a summer day. Just behind them, Princess Summer. It's going to be mid-pack here. Is followed to the inside by Attagirl Addie, who broke with the leaders, is now towards the back end of the field. Charmeuse is going to be towards the end of the field with Sky Low Low, and the trailer Kissed by Karma. They work up the backstretch, and now free running, Just One More. Just One More, 23 and 4 for that opening quarter mile. Lady Delilah at the rail, now picked up a spot, has taken second over Vietti, who's back to third. On a Summer Day is watching them from the fourth spot, and towards the outside comes My Gorgeous in fifth. 48 seconds flat for that half-mile time, and they're still chasing Just One More. Just One More takes them into the turn, is still up by 2. Vietti is ready to challenge towards the outside with At the Rail Lady Delilah. On a Summer Day is alone in fourth, is dropping
Comienza
back My Gorgeous.
Busca su yegua y la yegua responde. Pasó al quinto.
Princess Summer starts to catch the eye here. Princess Summer is moving around rivals as they get set to reach the top of the lane. Just one more is trying to see
ya va peleando el segundo, mi gente.
Just one more in front, but Princess Summer just bounding up on the outside, and Princess Summer has now sprinted to the front. Princess Summer is going to try and open up, is doing just that. Princess Summer is up by 2. A final 16th to go, no doubt. This will be a dominating.
No me van a dejar fuera con esta, ¿no?
Princess Summer.
Hay que incluirla obligado.
Just one more.
3, 4, 5 en este evento es mi orden de preferencia y las 3 van en el cuadro. Aquí llegamos al séptimo evento que se va a correr en 1100 metros, 5 furlón y medio, reclamo de $25,000 y nos vamos en línea con la monta de Irat Ortiz Jr. Le hablo de Foggy Note. El número 8, nos vamos en línea. Entendemos de que esta está al caer hace rato, está corriendo con los Optional Claiming y ahora con la monta de Irat Ortiz llevo una excelente posición de partida y me voy en línea con este número 8. Tengo como segundo candidato a este número 2, Wilfrid City, que corrió en su última por un Optional Claiming de $25,000 en tierra. Anterior a eso, ella en un Halloween en 1100 metros en la grama había llegado bastante cerca, había llegado a 2 cuerpos, eso fue como por agosto, por allá, luego la metieron en un handicap de $100,000, llegó a 5 cuerpos, entiendo que tiene su chance. Y tengo como tercer candidato a la que está de favorita en el Money Line, este número 6, que me pone bastante orejón, este 6, por poco no lo doy en mi 1, 2 y 3. ¿Por qué? Porque a esta la pararon en junio del año pasado con 2 al hilo en un Optional Claiming de $25,000 y va a reaparecer, mi gente, va a reaparecer con 4 trabajos sumamente cómodos. No sé, al final ahora viene por reclamo, la están vendiendo. Así que saque usted sus conclusiones porque esta, lo que tiene trabajos son de 52, 52, 51 y 50. Esos son los 4 trabajos que tiene este ejemplar y me pone orejón. Por eso yo me voy en línea con el Dirat, con el 8. Vámonos rápidamente con los videos. En esta carrera vamos a ver la carrera de Figgy Note. Aquí la montó el aprendiz. Llevaba el número 4. Figgy Note.
Soul Hope favored.
Es un Halloween Optional Claiming de $20,000.
And they're off. In the middle, Foggy Note wins the break, taken on for the advantage by Tree Seas Kai and Love Actually, the 2 outside horses trying to get over Holding the rail, City Minute runs into fourth. Back behind the speed, Soul Hope is shuffled toward the back of the field. With Chosen Factor last of all, they move to the far turn. Love Actually has secured the rail in the lead. Leads 3/4 of a length. 3 Seas Kai is now second. They've gone 3 clear of City Minute, who races in third. To the outside, Foggy Note is fourth. Layla Bella Girl a step slow into stride, racing ahead of only 2. They are Soul Hope and the trailer Chosen Factor. They run to the top of the stretch. The opening quarter drilled. Outside, 3 Seas Kai now gains the upper hand. Love Actually tries to fight back from second. Foggy Notes down the center, and just inside her, City Minute. They're an eighth of a mile from home. 3 Seas Kai has the lead. Tries to kick away from City Minute. Down the center, Foggy Note. Nothing today from Soul Hope. Final 16th of a mile. 3 Seas Kai still there. 3 Seas Kai is in front under John Velasquez. Second is City Minute. Closer third, either Foggy Note or Chosen Factor.
Aquí vamos a ver la carrera de Wilfrid City.
To the outside stall.
Un halo huevos en el Clement de 25,000, pero recuerden, esto es tierra. Este no es la tapeta. Este puede poner su velocidad de manifiesto.
And the rough. Good start for Whiffle Tree Sari. Goes out for the front end. Dominant Diva was away in good order as well. There to the inside is Secret Revenge as Hurricane Debbie now takes back to fourth. They've left about 5 lengths then on Puckard, who trails this group of 5 up the backstretch run.
Sí, número 5.
It's Whiffle Tree Sari to the inside of Dominant Diva. These two are really going at it. They've opened up 4 lengths on Secret Revenge, who's back to third. Hurricane Debbie then races fourth, still 6 clear of Puckard. So they go around the far turn. Dominant Diva could wait no longer, has opened up 4 lengths on Whiffle Tree Sari, who's pushed to keep up in second. And then it's Secret Revenge third, Hurricane Debbie still fourth. They're well clear of Puckard. So they come towards the quarter pole. It's Dominant Diva and Micah Husbands on top. There's Whiffle Tree Sari. Here's Hurricane Debbie splitting that there and is going to try and produce a challenge. Past the 3/16 onto the top of the lane. It's Dominant Diva with the lead, but she's under a drive now. Here comes Secret Revenge, who swung out into the center. Hurricane Debbie's trying to weave through traffic. Dominant Diva's in deep waters with a 16th to go. Secret Revenge has hit the front, and it will be Secret Revenge to pull.
Por eso ustedes lo vieron que llegó un poco más lejos. Él iba a llegar más cerca. Y eso fue tierra. 1:11.80 tiraron. Este caballo es bastante peligroso, pero tenemos que hacer una línea, mi gente. Y aquí está el número 6 de esta carrera, que es Nana Corn Muffin, que lleva 2 en línea, pero no corre desde junio, mi gente. Mire, eso fue en un Optional Claiming. Es un grupo parecido a este. Recuerden que
and they're off.
Ya va el número 8.
Ride, quick to begin. So was Hot Cargo, and these two indeed get acquainted in the early stages here. From a third running a Las Doradas, Nana's Corn Muffin looks to angle over ahead of West Loop, who's down toward the inside. Prancing Spirit outgunned in the early stages, last of the half dozen, as they have less than half a mile to race. It's Hot Cargo with inside position and the lead. Right alongside Happy Ride is second. Nana's Corn Muffin looping up 3 wide third, pocketed up fourth a Las Doradas. West Loop is fifth and angling off the inside, and the trailer is Prancing Spirit. They reach the top of the stretch. Hot Cargo still has the lead. Happy Ride right alongside second. Happy Ride sticks a neck in front. Hot Cargo needs to do a bit better. Down the center, Nana's Corn Muffin with fresh legs and closing good ground. 1/8 of a mile to go. Hot Cargo responds indeed. She still has the lead. Nana's Corn Muffin launching at her. Nana's Corn Muffin surging. Nana's Corn Muffin getting up. Nana's Corn Muffin beats Hot Cargo. Third was Happy Ride.
Recuerden que me voy en línea con el número 8 y mi segundo candidato es el 2 y mi tercer candidato es el 6. Aquí llegamos al octavo evento, que se va a correr en 1 milla en grama, un Optional Claiming de 6.250, mi gente, de 62.500, que diga. En esta carrera, Fran Santillana, entrenador dominicano radicado en Gulfstream, le manda como su posible sorpresa el número 10, Vicent. La Montañera Ortiz es la posible sorpresa de Fran Santillana para ustedes. Tengo como primer candidato el número 2. Creo que de todas estas, el número 2, Impressive Queen, la monta de Luis Sáez, es quien ha estado más cerca en los grados 1 y es mi primer candidato. Tengo como segundo candidato el número 4 de esta carrera, Malimo. Viene de perder a medio cuerpo en un pequeño stake de $150,000, bastante consistente en toda su carrera que ha perdido, cerca, esta la pelea todas. La monta de Talega Faglioni es bastante difícil esta carrera. Tengo como tercer candidato el número 10 de esta carrera, que es la sorpresa de Fran Santillana. La tengo como tercer candidato. Ha estado corriendo en State grado 2, grado 2. También es de la superior aquí en la carrera. La tengo como mi tercer candidato. Y yo, en lo personal, en mi Rainbow Six voy a incluir este número 6, Macanga. Entiendo de que este es quien va a poner el paso de la carrera, y esa reaparición parece que fue un briseo en noviembre en Laurel. No, esto es una yegua que no es corredora de distancia corta, pero parece que fue en preparación con esta carrera Macanga, y entiendo de que va a ir al frente con la monta de Junior Alvarado. Si gana, no me va a dejar por fuera. Ya ustedes saben. Recuerden, mi orden de preferencia en esta carrera es 2, 4, 10 y voy a incluir este 6. Vamos con los replay. Aquí vamos a ver en Presque Queen. Esto es un grado 2, mi gente, en Santa Anita. Llevaba el número 6.
Joe for Graham Motion and Flavian Pratt. Goes back in. And they're off in the game lead. And no shows Sammy Joe bounces out of there pretty quickly, but it's Be Your Best with the finest natural early speed, and she gallops through the stretch, taking command at once and taken in hand early by Arad Ortiz Jr. No show Sammy Joe will track from second, and Public Assembly is third in the opening stages. Expensive Queen is fourth, 5 lengths off the pace. It's another 3 to Liguria, racing on the outside of Lady Claypool, and Kinjani is at the back of the field. Be Your Best with a very easy lead, cruising along, 2-length advantage, tracked intently by No Show Sammy Joe. It's a gap of 4 to Public Assembly, who's by herself in third, an Expensive Queen a length and a half behind her. Liguria, Lady Claypool, and Kinjani. Be Your Best goes to the half-mile pole, leading the way, hounded by No Show Sammy Joe, who lets her know that she's right off her flank in second. Still 4 to Public Assembly. Expensive Queen in the orange colors makes her move on the outside of her. Those two racing side by side as Be Your Best trying to spurt clear once again. Liguria has 10 lengths to make up. Lady Claypool, Kinjani is
Recuérdense que por el grupo de WhatsApp le mando mi selección nueva cuando nos retiran un caballo en Gulfstream. Para eso dejo el enlace anclado en los comentarios para que se unan. Les mando también la revista, lo que es las pasadas actuaciones, y lo de Tampa y lo de los otros hipódromos lo mando por ahí cuando no tengo tiempo de hacerle video. ¿Entiendes? Lo mando por ahí por el grupo. Por eso es importante que se unan al grupo. Es un grupo que no es de chat, ahí está cerrado, no se chatea ni nada. No lo van a hostigar con tantos mensajes. Simplemente es para que ustedes reciban la información de ese grupo. Se puede unir tranquilamente. En el grupo lo dejo anclado en los comentarios. Vamos a ver ahora a Malimo. Este es bastante consistente. La pelea toda, mi gente. Llevaba el número 6 aquí. Malimo.
Spinning Colors right to the front, and Malimu towards the outside with mild pressure. It'll be those two into that first turn as Malimu and Manny Franco put a nose in front of Spinning Colors. So they pick up the tempo now quickly, up by 4 here on the rest of the field. So that's the top duo, and oversubscribed finds a nice stalking position right there at the rail in third. To the outside of that rival comes Flowers for Me is in fourth. A tight hold on Nice as Pie is mid-pack. Racing Colors second to last, and the Triller, Miss Bonnie T. They worked to the backstretch, and they went 23-4 for the opening quarter mile, and Spinning Colors is a half length in front. Malimu is content to sit in second. Ground Saving Journey is oversubscribed in third. Here to the outside, it's Flowers for Me, and also Racing Colors 3 wide is going to be in fifth. Second to last, still Nice as Pie, and the Triller, Miss Bonnie T. They've got to catch Spinning Colors. Spinning Colors with a half length still, 48-4 for a half-mile time, and they start to pick up the tempo now, and it's going to be Spinning Colors into the turn. Malibu right to the outside. A tight hold here on Oversubscribed. Just still ground saving right there in fourth. Out wider comes Flowers for Me. That's the leading quartet. Nicest Pie is quickly on the move. Is in the two path in racing colors towards the outside. Far back the trailer. Miss Bonnie T. They reach the top of the lane. Malibu is ready to confront Spinning Colors immediately off the rail and ready to pounce is Oversubscribed. Oversubscribed. Malibu got the jump. Nicest Pie. Grandstand side has got a run. It is still Malibu who's finding plenty. Now Oversubscribed is trying to catch this leader. Malibu is game. Oversubscribed trying to push by. Now puts a nose in front.
Tuvo que tirar el reto la favorita para ganarle.
Oversubscribed wins the Forever Together over Malibu, then Nicest Pie.
Y vamos a ver al 10, que en este state llegó por allá atrás en la penúltima posición con el número 4. Es la sorpresa de Fran Santillana y nuestro tercer candidato. El 10.
Locked up, ready for a start. They're off in the Bank of America Valley View Stakes. There goes Admit from the inside, along with Play with Fire, Sturgeon Moon, and Stormy Paradise. Long shot moves from the center of the course for the lead. Stormy Paradise goes to the front. Sturgeon Moon will go second. Totally Justified, forwardly placed in third. To BT Between Horses is fourth. Play with Fire is fifth.
Llevaba en esta carrera
Next up, moving up
número
a couple of spots from seventh and moves forward around the first turn. Admit back toward the inside is eighth. Vixen is ninth. Classic Q is 10th. Between Horses, Raining Flowers is 11th. Mayday Ready wide around the first turn. Last to the 12, 22.74 seconds the time for the opening quarter. Stormy Paradise opens up on a 4-length lead up the backstretch. Totally Justified goes second by just over 2 lengths. Sturgeon Moon is third by a length. Next up, fourth on the outside. To BT is fifth by a neck and is joined there by Something About Her as they move off the end of the backstretch. Long shot Stormy Paradise gets the opening half mile, 46.54 seconds. Leads it by 3.5 lengths. Totally Justified goes second by 3. Next up is third on the outside by just ahead. Sturgeon Moon fourth. Something About Her fifth. To BT is in sixth. Admit switches off the rail. Center of the pack in seventh. Still 10 lengths off the lead. Totally Justified trying to track down Stormy Paradise as they come to the quarter pole. Stormy Paradise leads by 2. And here comes Totally Justified up on the outside. Next up is there Something About Her is there. Admit is running fast down the center of the course. Next up, Admit to Beatty. To Beatty finds room, but can she get there in time? Admit has to jump on her, and now to Beatty backs off. It is Admit, Something About Her, and next up, a late run from Classic Q, but it's Admit, John Velasquez to win the Bank of America Valley View Stakes.
Es mi tercer candidato, es la posible sorpresa de Fran Santillana. Y recuerden que mi orden de preferencia en esta carrera es 2, 4, 10 y en lo personal en mi Rainbow Seed voy a incluir al 6. Aquí llegamos al penúltimo evento que se correrá en 1400 metros. Es un optional claiming de $25,000 y me voy en línea con la número 5 que no debe de perder. Esta número 5 la monta de John Velázquez. Se llama American Pearl. Entiendo de que esta se va de tiro a tiro. No voy a abundar mucho hoy. Recuerden que estamos un poco tarde porque vamos a analizar Tampa también. Y le voy a mandar los candidatos de Tampa por el grupo de WhatsApp. El link está claro en los comentarios. En línea con este número 5, American Appeal. Tengo como segundo candidato este número 2, Hair Town. Y tengo como tercer candidato el número 6, Blueberry Hill, que entiendo de que fácilmente esta yegua le pasó algo en su última. Viene de un largo paro. La tengo como tercera opción. Ahí usted va a ver su replay. Llegó última. Vamos con la carrera de este número 2, American Appeal, que es la monta de Johnny B.
Soñador, last one. They're in the gate. And they're off. An American Pearl bounced out on top with a quick start from the inside post. Quick Two Charm comes on with Pronghorn and Whitethorn away alertly on the far outside. Sensing Flatters just in behind them as they head up the chute and they race for the main track. About 6 furlongs to go, and it's American Pearl down inside with an arrow lead. Pronghorn's right alongside second. Quick to Charm keeps pace outside third. Sensing Flatter continues on and behind them fourth. Whitethorn is back into fifth and is 5 lengths off the lead. Another 7 or so back to Soñador, who trails down the backstretch run. An American Pearl leads, short lead, Pronghorn in no hurry to go by, a stalking second to a half and 45 and 1. Sensing flatter nudged along third while
quemando
inside.
goma desde la
Quick
salida.
to Char moves back into fourth. Whitethorn over to the inside fifth, and now will split rivals and advance up in between. Whitethorn's on the move now. Whitethorn just went into third, 4 lengths behind the top 2. And Soñador is picking it up from the back of the pack, and she's saving every inch of ground. They're off the turn. American Pearl still in front, and Pronghorn still second and trying to get by. Whitethorn with steady progress, and it's coming down the center of the track. Soñador in behind fourth. American Pearl clear by 2. Whitethorn moves into second. Pronghorn back to third. It's American Pearl still clear by 2. Whitethorn finishing well, but she's second best today to American Pearl. American Pearl first, Whitethorn second, tight third, Soñador or Pronghorn.
Vamos ahora con Hertown. Con Hertown aquí. Lleva el número 6.
20K later. Goes in. They're in the gate. And they're off. Northern Voyage breaks out sharply. Spider-Woman, good start to Kissin' Cash with some early speed. And Hertown on the far outside. To the main track they go. Kissin' Cash is up for the lead. Northern Voyage keeps pace toward the inside second. Hertown's out of there third. Spider-Woman in behind them fourth. Bam, 20K later, fifth outside. Farther out is Miss Macy. And Harmony Road is the last of them all. Down the backstretch run. Kissin' Cash sneaks away through a quarter in 23 and 1. Hertown stalking second. Northern Voyage tucked in third. Spider-Woman moves up outside. Farther out is Bam, 20K later. And then it's Miss Macy, and at the back is Harmony Road. Up top, it's Kissin' Cash, who continues to cruise along out there. Leads by a length or so. Hertown is now asked to pick it up from second as Spider-Woman comes on 3 wide third. Northern Voyage set to strike in behind with a ground-saving trip. Bam, 20K later, coming down the top of the track, heading for the 8th pole. Here comes Hertown up alongside of Kissin' Cash, but Spider-Woman is cut loose now. Spider-Woman is up for the lead. Fighting on is Hertown. Spider-Woman short lead. Hertown back into second, and it will be Spider-Woman to win it by a length in the end. Hertown second, Northern Voyage third, and Harmony Road was fourth.
A este 5 tienen que darle con un tubo para ganársela. Aquí vamos a ver la de Irak, que entiendo que le pasó algo a Blueberry Hill en esa carrera. Llevaba el número 2. Por eso viene de un largo paro. Es un Halloween Optional Claiming de $75,000. Es mi tercera candidata.
And they're off. Beautiful start for
Ahí
Blueberry
salió.
Hill from down toward the inside. She's ridden hard for the
Yo
early
que la lleva
advantage.
exigida adentro.
Beyond belief, and these two race on. La Gioconda and Nerazzurri into the top flight. Away in fifth is Fede.
Mire cómo se estaba jugando 7 en 5.
Down the backstretch they go.
La movieron y la pusieron al frente.
Comes away with the advantage. Beyond belief is in a flanking position second, and Nerazzurri's in the white cap third. La Gioconda races from fourth with Fede on her outside. Volatile is on the bridle. She's improving at the inside. The one that's well at the back is Goemi.
Mire cómo esa yegua se quita, mi gente. Miren cómo se quita esa yegua.
Here's Fede 4 wide. Blueberry Hill under siege. From 3 wide, it's Nerazzurri. 2-path beyond belief. Blueberry Hill tries to find some more along the rail. Fede is fourth. A gap of 2 to Volatile. Then it's 3 more to La Gioconda. Goemi is last. They round the far turn.
La yegua desde que enderecen abandona la carrera.
11-1 is up to take the lead. Blueberry Hill toward the inside is under pressure to stay pace. Fede gets started on the far outside. Beyond belief is next.
Quédense mirando a Irak, a Egalchaya, que la montó ese día. Pap, ya de aquí en adelante la deja tranquilita. No entiende que no hay chance. Mire. Trabajo marginal. Y la yegua también luce algo cansada. 22-46. Llegó lejos, pero el jockey la dejó tranquila. Es mi tercera. Eso usted lo vio porque usted sigue este canal. Recuerden que yo me voy en línea con el 5. Completo mi selección 2 y 6. Y el 5 también es la línea que le manda Fran Santillana desde Miami. Mi gente, entrenador dominicano, le manda el 5 en línea. Aquí llegamos al último evento que se correrá en 1 milla y un 16. Es un maiden de $84,000. Y atención aquí. En esta carrera, en el cuadro que yo les recomiendo a ustedes para los que juegan económico, yo les voy a recomendar este número 6 en línea. La monta de Ira Ortiz, Celebrity Warrior. Se lo voy a recomendar en línea en el cuadro económico que le voy a recomendar a ustedes. Ustedes saben que yo no sé yo económico, entonces yo voy a meter caballo porque si yo llego parado a la última carrera, me gusta tener varias opciones, ¿entiendes? Pero yo personalmente este ejemplar lo veo como superior de la carrera. Este caballo viene de correr en la Breeders' Cup para yeguas, participó, iba la carrera entera discutiendo, es la superior de la carrera. Si usted está buscando hacer otra línea más en el Rainbow Six, puede ser esta. Tengo como segundo candidato y creo que es la rival, este número 8, Spicy Princess, que está día 1 en el Moneyline. Entiendo que es la rival que se la puede ganar la monta de David Egan. Y tengo como tercer candidato el número 9, Morning Tolls. Vamos con los replays de esta carrera. Verán, a Celebrity Warrior llevaba el número 7 en este clásico de la Breeders' Cup, que era de un millón. Llevaba el número 7. Miren esa yegua desde el saque exigida. Estaba 61. La John Deere BC Juvenile.
Third to the outside, moving into the turn, and then toward the inside is Final Accord. Ground support in between horses. Then Ultimate Love was racing 5 lengths off the lead and 2 lengths ahead of Imagination the Lady. Then Valentina. A length and a half farther back.
22-33, mi gente.
Races up on the outside of Infinite Sky as they head to the backstretch. Pacific Mission is second last. Queen of Hawaii is trailing through a 22.33 opening quarter mile.
Distancia
Very
larga.
quick opening fraction
22-33.
here for Switch in Love, who heads up the backstretch with a 2-length lead. Celebrity Warrior is second by a length and a half. Brave Deb is third to the outside.
45-96.
Accord riding that rail through a
Estaban quemando gasolina desde el
45.96
saque.
half mile racing for the far turn. Ground support is outside of horses. Now comes one inside with 4 lengths to make up, and ground support's making a strong middle move as they round the far turn. Ground support coming up on the outside of Celebrity Warrior. They move up alongside of Switch in Love. From the back of the pack, right behind the leaders, here comes Imagination the Lady on the outside and gaining
Miren
ground
ese 7,
as well
¿dónde va?
as
Miren el
Ultimate
7.
Love in behind horses.
Va ahí todavía,
It is
1-11,
ground
2200.
support in
Por aquí lo
front
cruzan a
of
Sae.
Long to run. Up
Ya
the
la va
rail.
dejando
Here
tranquila,
comes
ya la dejando
Valentina,
tranquila ya.
and she's charging through, and
Pero esta
Pacific
yegua
Mission is
llegó
closing too,
a 8
but it's
cuerpos del ganador.
Valentina
Y esto
who
iban
rides the
quemando
rail
combustible
to win
desde
it.
el saque, mi gente.
Valentina close for second. It
Eso
was
fue en
either
la Breeders'
Pacific
Cup.
Mission
Ella
or
va mañana,
ground
va con los,
support.
ella hoy va con los Maiden. Ella es la superior de la carrera. Aquí vamos a ver el de D.B. Egan, que entiendo de que es el rival de la carrera. Aquí llevaba el número 8, Spicy Prince. Es una yegua que remata bien. Llevaba el número 8. Esto fue un Maiden Special Weight. La blanca. La blanca, que queda penúltimo aquí en el saque.
Was quick off the blocks, taken on for the advantage by 3 to G, and on their outside, it's Munnings Talks, trying to save that rail spot. Empress New Groove, Eternal Mandate is on heels, and a handful between
Están viendo
horses.
el número 9, lleva el 12 ahí. Mi tercer candidato, Morning Stall.
Corner around the first turn, Eternal Mandate was hard to handle, and a bit cattywampus went Munnings Talks and shuffled back. Then the gray, Spicy Princess ahead of Temeraire, who settled well for Junior Alvarado. Out the back early is Squander. They chase 3 to G. 3 to G to the backstretch, leads 3 parts of a length. Eternal Mandate is second. Empress New Groove between horses along the rail. It's Resort, 3 wide, Love and Grace. A length and a half to Smitten, who's racing together with Spicy Princess. She's the gray in the middle. Out in the center, Munnings Talks, and then guided to the far outside, Temeraire. The early trailer remains Squander. They went the half in a very reasonable 49-3. They're going to sprint 3.5 furlongs from the wire, and a leader of 3 to G by half a length. Eternal Mandate is second. Ready to go is Love and Grace. Gaffleone says, all right, let's move a little bit. Up to third while 3 wide in the clear. From between horses, Empress New Groove has horse but no place to go. Resort is at the rail. Temeraire launched to the clear by Junior Alvarado. Spicy Princess is stuck in traffic. They're on their way home. Love and Grace sweeping up out wide to take on long shot 3 to G. Temeraire down the center closing.
Miren dónde viene la
Spicy
rosilla.
Princess between horses. 1/8 of a mile to go. 3 to G has the lead. Love and Grace on the outside. Spicy Princess toward the rail. Spicy Princess and kicking on Lamy outside. Love and Grace. Love and Grace gets the job done.
Recuerden, en esta última carrera, para los que van a jugar corto, en línea, el número 6. Entiendo que la rival es el 8 y completo mi selección con el 9 en mi 1, 2 y 3. 6, 8 y 9.
Vamos rápidamente con el recuento de lo de hoy domingo. En la primera carrera, en el pool de 5, tenemos 4, 9, 11. En el segundo evento tenemos el 7. En el tercer evento tenemos 1, 2 y 4. En el cuarto evento tenemos el 7 en línea. En el quinto evento tenemos 4, 5, 7 y 10. El Rainbow sí se empieza así mismito en la quinta con 4, 5, 7 y 10. Tenemos en el sexto evento 3, 4, 5. En el octavo evento tenemos el 8 en línea. En el séptimo evento el 8 en línea, en el octavo evento tenemos 2, 4, 6 y 10, en el noveno evento tenemos el 5 en línea y en el décimo evento tenemos el 6 en línea. Recuerden que Fran Santillana le manda como posible sorpresa el 10 en la octava Bison y American Peel la fija en la novena carrera el número 5. Muy buenas suertes a todos y pasen feliz resto del día.